lot of emphasis on, I guess, like, war, which is something that, like, the previous, I guess, series shied away from. I don't know. I'm not a Star Wars aficionado. I've seen the movies, and that's about it. Like, it's like all of the Marvel movies that come out to me. Like, I can appreciate a Star Wars movie, I can enjoy it, but it doesn't really mean a lot to me. Just like I can watch the Marvel movies, the Avenger movies, and be like, that was an okay movie. I had a good time watching it. But it's like, not something I'm gonna like, that's gonna change my life that I have to tell everyone about and be like, oh my god, guys, this is the greatest thing ever.
Okay.
Poor K. Blah blah. Oh, we're back in this building, which this is going to take us out to the guys that are all standing around that circle, yeah. Alright, let's explore up this way now. Gentlemen! Cloverfield Lane, you were the only person in the theater that day? That sounds like a dream to me, I gotta be honest with you. Being the only person in a movie theater? Ah! Now, I know I'm gonna need silver ore. I'm kind of tempted to start buying it. But when we do actually start needing silver ore, I can always just, like, buy 3 from a merchant and then meditate for a day. That doesn't actually seem to make a big difference in this game, so... let's sell our junk. No noise, no heads in the way, extra creepy. Arnig! Good evening, and if you're one of those people, Merry Christmas. Otherwise, I hope you're just having a fantastic night. I don't want to... Alright, that's fine. So, one person in this entire town so far has been smart enough to lock up their valuables when a witcher comes to town. You got a rock hat keyboard in a dank monaster? A monaster, you say? Monitor? Nice! I do love my Asus monitor. It's fantastic. Although I've never found a reason to use it in its I guess you would say vertical form, where you can switch it up. A 2 terabyte hard drive. Now that, I gotta admit, I'm pretty jelly about. I have 500 gigabytes, but that is on purpose. I do that to try and make sure I don't put too much crap on my computer. It forces me to have to keep deleting games, seeing as, like, the Windows 10's operating system is crazy large. And then most games these days are, like, 20 gigabytes. Although I am in the near future planning on getting a solid-state drive just for gaming, so... that would be smart. Now you got a free, or, what are you gonna fill that, hard drive up with? No, don't, no. Use the sack. The sack has noise on it. No, not just... Loot! Loot! Loot that, loot that, loot that. SSDs are pretty rad. They are, Agoncorp. They are. Alright, are we done in here? Yes! Other than this sack that I can't use... go for it, Arnig. Go for it. The only rules in my channel when it comes to linking things is don't link anything that breaks Twitch's terms of conduct, such as you said, indecent material is a good example.
One freebie bigger than the
Don't
next.
support your own Twitch channel unless you ask. Well then, Akencorp. Alright, I think we're finally ready to go to War Council. Unless we can get at these guys for arm wrestling, and it looks like they're actually all in the War Council already. Interesting. Alright. I don't think I'm going the right way.
Take care of yourself.
Oh. No, I'm not.
Don't try anything.
Don't try anything. Oh, that's right. It was next to the statue of the giant dwarven woman. Strolling in late to the
You
party.
missed quite a
as
scrap,
usual.
gentlemen, and an opportunity to slay a monarch. There was a struggle and the prince was wounded.
You've all seen the magical phenomenon covering the battlefield. For any who still have doubts, this is no mundane mist, nor a petty fairground illusion. Most likely, we're up against a blood curse, an old and powerful spell. We do not know who cast it or why. For now, I have one piece of good news and several pieces of bad news. The good news is that Henselt and his army have been halted for the time being.
Yay!
The bad news?
The mist will grow. It may even engulf Vergen. Furthermore, wraiths may emerge from it.
Can they be made penitent? With an axe to the head?
In theory, yes. But I would suggest putting your faith in a silver weapon. Furthermore, the ghosts will weaken as they move away from the mist.
Is there any way to drive it off? Exorcise it?
A question for myself and Geralt of Rivia.
Which is why he asked us.
Contrary to what old women at the wells say, he did not, in fact, slay any kings.
Of course he didn't. Wouldn't hurt a fly, that one. Look at his eyes. You'll see he's the sensitive kind.
Whatever
Rude.
you may see in his eyes, few know more about lifting curses. Gentlemen, I do not require you to understand this phenomenon, but there are a few rules I insist you must follow.
Here we go.
No one is to approach the mist. It is mortally dangerous. In addition, we need to learn the story of the battle. For this, I especially count on the aid of Mr. Cecil Burden.
At your service.
Anti-blue light? Well,
Thank
that's
you.
new to me.
To lift the curse, we require some objects symbolic of the war. Ones belonging to those who perished here 3 years past.
Well played, Arnig. Well
More
played. That looks like an
scrap iron from
amazing
that massacre
monitor,
lying
I gotta
about than
say.
lice in Cecil's beard. I thought curses were best handled with...
Please leave the thinking to me, Mr. Zigrin, and I'd gladly hear less from you from now on. The objects must be magically active and strictly linked to the ghosts of the fallen. That is all.
Let me be clear. You're all to aid Philippa and the Witcher. What are you grumbling about now, Yarpen?
it's something in my gullet.
Take a swig of wine. Now, to worldly matters. How many are we?
Saskia, you know well,
How many?
we dwarves are near 200. But don't judge us by our number.
1,000 peasants will come. Though you'll get no precise count.
My lords?
53 knights and another 200 armed men. Not enough.
Henselt leads 5,000, 5 to 1 against us. What think you of that?
We are few, they are many. But we have our walls, low though they be. If we had archers, who knows?
No kidding. Arnig,
a regiment of
that's
heavy
what,
arbalists
1
from
millisecond
Lyria.
response time?
We have something
The
better.
reaction time?
Yorvith's elves. Scoia'tael. Gentlemen, I give you Yorvith.
What do you seek here, murderer?
100 of the North's best archers await your orders, Dragon Slayer.
You wished for archers, here they are. I take no pleasure in fraternizing with elves. But even a shit-coated stick can be a weapon.
He burned down the villages of many in my horde.
The free peasantry is one thing, but a criminal with a price on his head in all the northern realms? This is too much.
Saskia, say the word and we'll depart.
Hear me out. Yorvith came to fight for me. I trust him, and I know that he'll stay the course. Just like each of you.
How could you know that? He's an elf. Treason runs in his veins.
Rude!
He's been fighting humans for a century.
But for the first time in scores of years, his fight makes sense. The Scoia'tael know no peace. They've died for Nilfgaard, for the Valley of the Flowers, in vain. They've been betrayed and cheated. Now they have a new goal. The Pontar Valley could be the first state where no man would have to fear elven arrows when venturing beyond city walls. And elves and dwarves wouldn't live in ghettos or on reservations. First, however, we have a battle to win. You know who we're up against. It's a splendid army, brave and well-led. They cannot be scared off or routed. They have to be killed.
Oh, I know
want
Arnig. I
Yorvith
actually
to
use a
sit at the same
television
table
for
as
my
we do.
secondary computer. that
I
use
want
keep
him
track of
to
the
kill
stream.
Cadweni
So,
for us. And
that's
I
gonna be a
assure
huge
you
upgrade.
that he'll do so with a smile, if only you let him.
If I'm to see a smile on that skinny face, I'm in. Yorvith stays.
Bloody hell. Father's turning in his grave, but a must's a must. I say aye.
Nay, you killed my men, Elf. Remember them?
If I hadn't killed them, they'd have killed me.
All right. For the sake of better times, and for Kedwin's doom, aye!
Yeah, at least
Down
he's
with the
reason.
sons of bitches! Cheers!
So the prince is the only one who says no. Doesn't he technically outrank everybody? Nice, Arnig. That's exactly what you do with them 2 terabytes. Jesus.
Poison! She's dying.
Quick,
Take her
suck it
somewhere
out.
safe and guard her with your lives. I'll gather what I need and join you soon.
I'll place my best warriors on watch.
Quickly, lads! A litter!
It's gonna end up being someone like the prince or something.
She ceased casting spells.
We're gonna have to, like, do an investigation to figure out who poisoned her.
Saskia, is she alive?
In a manner of speaking, I've slowed her life functions as far as possible. Her condition is stable.
Do you know the poison?
Thaumadour, commonly known as mage pain. It has a terrible reputation.
An antidote must exist.
What can we do?
Treatment will require herbs, magic, and blood.
Not ordinary blood, I presume.
Correct. We require royal blood.
We could use Letho right now.
Since when is Letho royal? Hell, you have a prince. Use him. Cut his head off. He's not useful.
The nearest king is on the other side of the Mist of Wraiths.
You misunderstood me. It need not be the blood of a ruling monarch. It is the genotype contained in royal blood that is required. Kings issue from ancient dynasties. Over the ages, to survive, rulers needed exceptional resistance and strength. As royal dynasties rarely admit common blood, the strength of their genes remains great. I shall employ self-healing genetic therapy that will teach Saskia's body how to rid itself of the poison.
You'll have her drink human blood.
No, I shall inject it directly into her heart.
What kind of herbs are we talking about?
Okay.
I'll need a subterranean variety of purple foxglove, known to the dwarves as the Immortelle, and an elven rose of remembrance.
Triss has one.
Where will we find immortals?
They grow deep beneath the earth, which should not be a problem as Vergen lies on top of a mine.
How will they help Saskia?
Mage pain wreaks havoc in internal tissues. The Immortelle will help restore them.
Triss had a rose of remembrance. She claimed the flowers are exceptional.
Long ago, the Enshe who succeeded in cultivating the roses
No, Ackingworth,
enjoyed
her heart
great
has no
respect,
Times have changed.
as have elves.
There are no elven gardens nearby. We must return to Flotsam.
Triss has a rose of remembrance from Flotsam. It's her we need to find. What else do you need to heal Saskia?
Thaumadour is a self-perpetuating substance.